Let me talk to you about what is important in this fable, the 5 kingdoms of nature, when I as a father talk to my children. You know, first of all, this is a story about evolution. This is a story about evolution that explains where did life come from. And life came from the water, and life came from small insignificant little species. But those little species, they actually created a lot of problems for themselves. Over evolution and throughout the times, those first forms of life created their own climate change drama, and that was the emergence of oxygen. But they figured out how to transform the oxygen into a precondition of life. The message is not the technique of converting oxygen to energy. The life lesson we're having here is we must adapt, we must change. And if you are responsible for the change, then you're the first one who has to adapt. So we are changing everything around us, but what we need to learn is how to change now ourselves. The second story that is embedded in here is everyone always lived happily together. This is so key. There are new species emerging, there are new members of the family, there are new members in our community, there are new members around us in the water, in the soil and in the air, and somehow we all had the same purpose: harmony. Harmony to find happiness. How can we find this, and who's providing the leadership to do that? Is that just all of us together wanting to be in harmony, or is that all of us following a guidance, a greater guidance that brings us to live together happily? The third very important last line in the fable is the sleepless nights. I mean, what causes sleepless nights for you? Is that your phone that keeps on buzzing all night? Is that the lights you don't turn off because you're scared when it's dark? Or is the sleepless night a way of living that actually is not sustainable? And I think we are living in an unsustainable society, and one of those very unique features we have is that we burn everything. And the burning is really meaning we're destroying. So if we have a lot of waste and the only option we have is burning, then we're destroying resources. We're destroying opportunities to do more with what we have. And there are many products that we can point to, but one of them is the plastics. I mean, could we ever imagine burning all the plastics? We should not burn things. But what is key is that not only is burning a very energy-intensive process, and not only are we destroying resources we could be using, but we're depriving others with whom we share this world from resources that were in abundance. So we're creating scarcity in our society, and that is something we need to be very, very aware about. So I'm using the fable of the 5 kingdoms of nature not to promote kingdoms, not to say that we have to have kings and queens and we have to stop with the presidents. No, the story is really about imagining how can we come back to a lifestyle, a way of living together, where all of us can be happy. And most likely, that means we have to stop burning everything we don't know what to do with or we don't understand.